Right, it's first interview of the year, and we are joined with, well, introduce yourself, fella.
I'm Blake from Huntress.
How's it going, man?
Fantastic.
Now, you've been out on tour throughout the whole of the UK and the US with Lamb of God as well now, haven't you?
Yeah, and a handful of European shows,
Yeah?
too. Yeah.
How's it been with those guys?
It's unreal, man.
Yeah?
They're an incredible band, obviously. Their fans are insane.
Yeah.
The shows are packed. And they're actually super, super cool and fun to hang out with and spend as much time with. So it's
That's
been
good.
great.
Sometimes you get, like, if you're the support band, sometimes the headline bands don't always go and chat to them, but it sounds like
Yeah.
you're all right, just having good blasting.
Yeah, it's been a really good time. Those guys are great. The first day we showed up in Toronto for the U.S. tour,
Yeah.
John Campbell comes marching down the stairs and he's like, "Hey, man, we got a mutual friend." He said, "You guys are cool." And he pulls out a joint. And
Nice, man.
it's been pretty easy street since then.
Happy days. that was the tour with Killswitch Engage and Testament as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
How's it with the? Cause you got Decapitated on this tour. How's it with those guys as well?
It's great, man. They're a blast.
Yeah?
And it's really fun to play with. It feels like two support bands.
Yeah.
And Lamb of God. Not talking down about Decapitated, but their stage set and their whole reputation and size of the band is, much smaller than Testament and Killswitch,
Yeah.
So we get to go on a little bit later and, we have a little more space on stage.
That's cool.
Out there, it was just three monsters of bands. So there was, giant backline and stage production, giant backline, stage production, giant stage backline production, and all right, guys, now you make do with this a little bit.
Literally sat on the monitors.
Yeah, totally.
It's still classed as quite a new band as well. You've had 2 albums out in 2 years, and you're touring pretty much non-stop around the world. It's got to be quite a meteoric rise for you guys.
It's been a roller coaster, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Man. But we haven't stopped working. It's you get the opportunity to take breaks or wait to record albums and all that, but we seized every opportunity we could and are just running with it.
So do you write on the road then?
I wish I could, man. It's impossible. It's so hard, and especially out here.
Yeah.
Coming out to UK and Europe is every little American headbanger's dream, that wants to play in a band, and that was it for us. It was like, you make it to Europe, you made it. And of course you get here and you're like, wow, well, now if I could only not be completely broken living out of a storage unit. But it's so awesome. It's an amazing thing. And so the last thing you want to do is sit in your dressing room and work on riffs when you can be out exploring all these places that you've always wanted to go to.
Have you managed to get out around the UK then? What's been on this tour?
It's been tough on this trip. It's been a fast-paced, tour. And
it's only been about a week, hasn't it? Really?
Yeah, and it's only 8 days here, but we've got to get around a bit.
Cool.
But it's also, the way we're doing it is in this little Sprinter van, or not even it's a Transit with a little box in the back. So we're driving all over the place trying to track down hotels and get up early enough to drive ourselves the next town. And so it leaves very little spare time.
This is the last day of the UK tour, and then you're off out into Europe as well, aren't you?
Yeah.
Shows.
And without any planning or intention, we are going to wind up with 2 days off in Amsterdam. So I can't complain about that.
Oh, that's got to be a hard life. The album's doing really well, critically acclaimed album last year. Your videos, especially Zenith as well, getting lots of top 5s in charts and stuff.
Yeah.
Did you even think that would happen off this album at all?
There wasn't a doubt in my mind about the video. Just because working with Phil Mucci is I'd seen his other work, getting on the phone with him, and just the electricity of knowing exactly where each other come from, and just talking about man, this is my third allusion to grass, but we're smoking grass and listening to King Diamond and Merciful Fate, and it's just he's on the same level as we are, and he loved the band and he loved everything about the project. So seeing that kind of inspiration, his treatment, and finally seeing the video is this is the proudest thing I've ever done, and I have very little to do with it besides communicating a vision, But that video is just amazing, I wish more music videos looked like that.
Yeah, man. I completely agree with you. It's an amazing video.
It was so important to us to not just do a live cheap-ass video in our rehearsal space with some funny lighting and maybe stock footage of trains crashing or something in between. We wanted to make something that was a legacy piece and a real piece of art, because there's so much bullshit, so much business, so much booking and thinking and talking about money and fighting over everything possible. You have really 2 creative outlets anymore, and that's just like the music and those videos.
Yeah.
And if we slack off on either of those, we're just such a drag, because everything else has to be a drag and so much business, you know.
But now you've also set a benchmark, so the rest of your videos have got to be equal or even better.
Yeah, we're screwed, man. We thought we had it rough with 8 of Swords, because that one was so popular and turned out great. But we topped it, no doubt. But topping this is, I don't know. Maybe I should cash in.
It's nuts, man. You're back over here for Download Festival in the summer.
Yeah.
What else has the rest of 2014 got in store for you?
You know, I think we're coming out for that festival run, so we'll be at Nova Rock, Rock 'em Ring, Grass Pop, and Download, and hopefully a couple other things.
Cool.
But the rest of the year we plan to spend working on our 3rd record.
Will that be out this year? Because then that'll be one every year for like 3 years, then, won't it?
That's our goal. We
That's
want to
nice.
do it like it used to be done. You know, it's like Priest did it, Cheap Trick did it, tons of Sabbath did it.
I was
Like
going to mention Priest because you guys met Rob Holford at the Birmingham gig.
Jill did.
Oh, I was just.
I would love to meet Rob Halford. He's probably my all-time hero, really. That guy's
Send
just
a message
man.
to him now, then, man.
Love you, brother. Can we hang out sometime?
I guess you got long blonde hair and boobs to be able to attract
I
bald head.
got half of it. Yeah, you know, what the heck? He's supposed to be the gay one. I got it all.
Awesome, man. It's been a pleasure chatting to you, and hopefully we'll catch up with you at Download.
It's fantastic,
Cool.
man.
Thanks, man. Cheers.
Thanks a ton.